Hey there, it's Care. I got another new project going on. Welcome to my take at the lake. A while back, I promised that I had a few new series ideas coming out, and this is another one. Queen of Themes and a sucker for series. I like congruity. I like, keeping things going. And one of the things that I notice a lot in the comments all over the place where junk journals are concerned is a fear of getting started. Watching videos, but I don't know where to start. I'm afraid to try. I'm afraid to start. I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it, whatever. So this series, if that is you, this series is for you. It's dedicated to different ways to get started. There's a myriad of ways to dive in. And since we're going with a lake theme around here, that's what we're going to call the series. Dive in. How do you get started with junk journaling? Or glue booking or paper crafting in this fashion altered book. Most of these ideas apply across the board, whether you're doing glue books, junk journaling, or altered books, or a combination thereof. Because I think essentially most of our projects end up kind of being a combo. But anyway, I'll have a few ideas for you today, and then as the series goes along, a few more until we exhaust the ideas, and we'll see how far it goes. So my first suggestion, if you're afraid to start, is to start small. These are tiny little composition books, 3 for $1 at Dollar General or the Dollar Tree or Walmart. And they're the cutest little buggin' things. They're just so handy. This is so not intimidating. Glue a fabric cover on it. Glue a napkin on it. Just take it little steps at a time. If you're like the rest of us, you've probably watched numerous videos, some of them over and over again. Take a small project on and baby step into it. That's certainly an option. It's like going in the shallow end of the pool versus diving headfirst into the deep end. These are also available at Walmart. 3 for $1.50, I think. They already have, some of them already have cute covers. I wouldn't do much to that. I might add just a little word plate and a tiny cluster on there, and now you've got started. You can use the cover as your theme. You could just pick items that match this cover and use those. And so having those kind of constraints, like a color theme or an overall theme or a size constraint, is such a boost to creativity. Because if you have all of the options available to us to pick from, you're going to get overwhelmed really, really fast. And the best way to start anything is to just do it. And sometimes the easiest way is to start small, because once you get going, that first step is the hardest, and then you'll just pick up momentum and you'll get more confident. There's a competency loop. Right now you're not feeling terribly confident because you're not competent, because you're new at this. Take a few steps. It'll boost your confidence, and that will in turn allow you to take a few more steps, and every step you take gets you more competent. Every time you do something, you learn more or you build a little more confidence. Watching any of our favorite YouTube junk journal people, they're always experimenting and they're always trying new things. And sometimes they even let us see behind the curtain, like, oh, that didn't work. I'm just gonna glue something cool over top of it, and no one will ever know. So it's never, perfect right out of the gate, and it doesn't ever have to be perfect. It just has to be fun and creative and relaxing and enjoyable, and fear doesn't really play a part in that. So that's my first suggestion. Start small. Again, these are very small. These are pretty tiny. You can go up, if you're feeling like that's a little too small. There's little tiny notebooks at the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart, of all sizes, all different types of journals, just to get you started. That's the whole thing. Just dive in to the shallow end of the pool. My next suggestion is starting with a glue book type theme. And again, this is on the small side. This is a calendar, pocket calendar from 2013. So it's small. And I went with a color theme. I love these sherbet colors. To me, they're the colors of summer. And whenever I find these, kind of like Cat Hand is doing with her mixed morsel series for this year, the whole book is each 2-page spread is a color. Well, this whole book is this color combination of orange sherbet and creamsicle and those kind of things. And as I collect them, I just stick them in here. And then when I'm feeling rambunctious, well, then I glue some together. If I find stickers that match. So essentially it's a glue book, but it's a junk journal as well. I picked some dictionary terms: sun, sundry, sundown, sunflower, all having to do with summer, sun, sunbathe, Sunday, ice cream, and it's awfully relaxing and fun. You don't know where the stuff's going to turn up. This is from a planner kit. These are from, these are stickers from way back in my scrapbook days. Not stickers, they're punched out. Bits from magazines, planner stickers, dictionary pages, patterns that you see that happen to match the color. Part of the fun, or at least half the fun, is collecting the goodies. Yay, that was a big score. Very excited about the ice cream. I love these paint cans. I'm doing a whole glue book of these paint collections because I just think they're so cool. So I'm collecting any one of these that I find. I have a whole separate book for that. One of these larger composition books about this size is going to be all these because I just think they're so much fun. So again, this is kind of a combo. Start small, pick a theme, whether it be a color theme. This is color and summer ice cream treats, that kind of a thing. So that's another way to just get started, is pick something and just start. Because what ends up happening is you keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. Then you never do get started. Just pick one thing and just go. Just take 2 minutes and say, I'm going to glue something down. I'm going to pick a thing and I'm going to pick a theme and I'm going to find something and glue it in. And now you're started and you're over that hump and you're going to be on a roll. Similarly, I have this small composition book. It started at, I was cleaning my brayer off when I was doing jelly plate printing. And I decided to only do, I wanted to try this tissue paper as a cover. And so I Mod Podged and I glued the tissue paper down. And I really liked how it turned out. I went over it with Vintage Photo and then some more Mod Podge. And it's just real vintagey. It's those beautiful coffee, toffee, off-white, creamy colors. Well, now I'm picking all kinds of things that are only vintage colored. Seashells that are the right color. And this whole book is just going to be whatever are these colors, kind of like my creamsicle book. Playing with a new stencil when I got it. I made myself a bike stamp. And I was trying it out to see how it worked, cleaning off my brayer. I grunged up the pages with my Distress ink pads. I just rubbed the pads along it, and that's that. So don't be ashamed or afraid to start small. Cat Hand does beautiful things on a small scale. Her snack bag books that she's done, her mixed media morsels. One time she did it in a checkbook register. That's brilliant. It's so doable because you can sit down and do a two-page spread. That's not a lot of ground to cover. You know, makes you feel accomplished, and it's a lot less intimidating than a full-size, all-on 9x6 mega-page junk journal. That will do wonders for your confidence and your competence. So there, to recap, start small, start with a theme, and that could be a color theme, it could be a sayings theme, it could be a seasons theme, it could be because of the cover. This one could be colorful theme, but you know, this one could be all about money. What does this one say? This one be unique. This one could just be all motivational bits and pieces of sayings that you come up, and this has all kinds of pretty colors on it, so you could use that as a kind of a color guide. And again, you wouldn't have to do too much to this cover. You could put some pretty washi on the spine, maybe washi tape some of the pages to give the pages some definition, make some little funny little paper clips on a very small scale. You can do this. Small scale, use your thing as a theme, if your cover as a theme, if that's the case, if that's what you have to work with. If not, find a napkin, glue it on, or a piece of scrap fabric, or paint it, or collage it with magazine images or dictionary page parts that you like. All kinds of ways to start small, and there's no shame in that. Don't be ashamed to start small. All you got to do is start and enjoy it. Stay tuned. Lots more ideas coming for you on how to dive in and get started on your junk journaling adventure. My take at the lake. Out for now.